All right, man. There's been some talks between Michigan and LSU about scheduling the game somewhere in the future. I won't even say the near future, and I'll explain that in 1 minute. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Check out our college sports playlist. We do have a Michigan game reaction playlist, so we have some games this year. I'll be doing the reaction. I would like to do predictions. I only do them on the big games later in the season because I just don't have the time to kind of break down, the games and break down the film for the opposing teams. But in college, as always, new players coming and going. It's hard to anticipate. So, hey, I do appreciate everybody for checking in. I am going to keep pumping the Michigan content. And it says in freepress.com, you can check under the Wolverines tab, Michigan football and LSU have discussed scheduling the game. According to a report from the LSU athletic director, Scott Woodward told reporters Thursday that he spoke to U of M athletic department about potential future matchup and that he wants it to happen. And that's something they talked about. But the problem is that Michigan's future non-conference schedule was full for 2021 and 2022. Then the following year, LSU in 2023 has a full non-conference schedule, or it's already full. Then the Wolverines are also scheduled to play a home-and-home series against Texas in 2024 and 2027, and then a home-and-home series against Oklahoma in 2025 and 2026. So they kind of booked up. Unless one of those years they're going to play Oklahoma and LSU, or they're going to play Texas and LSU. And then if they're able to beat those type of teams, and Texas is trending in the right direction, even though they had they tripped up last year, that strength of schedule should be amazing, just based on those schools, trending projection right now. But that'll be a tough schedule. But a tough non-conference schedule, and if the Big Ten get even tougher, especially with Ohio State, dominating the Big Ten, even though we don't like the Buckeyes, but that leaves you room for error to lose the game and still be up there high in the playoff rankings. But we got to see if LSU is going to continue to be the real deal without some of the offensive coordinators and some of the staff that was there to help Joe Burrows get where he was going to get to. Can they keep finding the Joe Burrows? That's the question. And, for Alabama, that's the same question to them. Can they find the next Tua? And I think a lot of these dudes that come through these schools that don't have successful quarterbacks, including Michigan, I think it's just the development of quarterbacks. And I think LSU showed that last year. It just wasn't that we didn't get the top recruits at the quarterback position. We have to put everything around it for that flower to blossom. Dirt, sometimes fertilizer, water, sunlight. And they gave Joe Burrows all of that, and he took off. And there's a lot of players that at some of these programs that didn't take off as good quarterbacks. That was a product of them not having the right, support around them and the coaching staff. And if LSU was able to, kind of replace the offensive coordinator that they lost, and, they're able to keep that structure around the next quarterback, and he had that talent, they can be a quarterback factory. And with that defense and that running game and that line, that's the only thing they need between them and Alabama. If Alabama and LSU year in and year out can continue to dominate the line of scrimmage, continue to dominate recruitment, and they can get the quarterback, it's over with. But I would like to see it happen. A lot of people in Michigan at one point wanted Les Miles to come here and coach. He went down quicker than quick. So Michigan, it's for them. To me, it's the same thing. The only difference is LSU, Alabama, they develop everywhere else but the quarterback position historically, not including Burrows and Tua Tagovailoa. Michigan, they got problems, developing a lot of different guys in their program. You know what I'm saying? The coaching, the scheme, defensively, offensively, I think the scheme is coming to be modern with Josh Gaddis. But the one thing that held Michigan back behind Ohio State, other than them getting top recruits, has been the quarterback position. No, they got the receivers. They didn't have a depth at back running back last year. I think the guy Chris Evans got into some trouble. Defensively, they straight, But with Michigan, they just blitz too much. They play too much man on defense. And it just seemed like we used to dominate the line of scrimmage when I was growing up as a kid, and we don't dominate the line of scrimmage like we used to. They kind of fixed the offensive line position, last year. But defensively, when we can't dominate physically, we in trouble. And in the SEC, they dominate week in and week out the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? But this would be interesting, man, because Michigan seemed like they're going to have a tough schedule. If they wait on Oklahoma, Texas, then wait for LSU to come after that. it seems they going for the gusto, and it's a lot of money in those games involved. But we'll see. We'll see. We probably looking at 2028 at the earliest that this thing can get cracking. But maybe they might add, one in 2024, 2025, or 2027, and 2026, and just have one tough non-conference schedule. And if they can win that, they definitely probably gonna be in the national championship hunt. So look forward to it. I respect LSU as a football team. They're always dominant, and if they can continue to get the quarterback position rolling, there'll be a lot of teams across the country that's gonna be in trouble. Same thing for Alabama. Gonna be in trouble. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to check out our college sports playlist for more videos like this. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video question, just want to chop it up. Twitter's the fastest way, then Facebook. Want to make a donation to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, description. Best way to donate personally for me is to share the word with another Wolverine fan or share a word with an LSU fan and let me know what they think. One time for the one time Mercy Sports Talk. We gone.